Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in United States men. Each year, 1 million prostate biopsies are performed, but 3/4 reveal no cancer. We're joined by Dr. Brian Richardson from Jackson Hospital for more on this topic for Health Answers. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about that. When it comes to the issue of prostate cancer, men hear about it all the time and say, hey, get your prostate exam, get your prostate checked, but a lot of men don't get it checked, and that's causing a lot of problems.
It is. You know, there was, when I used to work out when I was younger, there was a sign in the gym that said, if you ignore your health, it will go away. And I feel like that we have to get out the message to men. And this is September is the Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and so I think it's a good time to highlight what we need to be talking about. What I'm really excited about is that in the old days, we just had PSA testing. We had PSA testing and you come in for the rectal exam. Nowadays, we have the ability to do a lot better testing. We can do an MRI of your prostate and actually see areas that are abnormal. And then if we do a biopsy, we target that area. And then what this does is it actually keeps us from doing unnecessary biopsies, because the MRI can also rule it out.
Absolutely. Now, during commercial break, you were giving me some amazing statistics about men and prostate cancer. For our viewers, kind of tell us those numbers again, because they're quite staggering.
Yeah. 1 in 7 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer throughout their lifetime. 1 in 39 men will actually die of prostate cancer. The statistics for this year are that we're expected to have about 180,000 men in the United States be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and about 25,000 men will actually die of prostate cancer.
I was reading somewhere, I forgot which, I think it was Men's Health or somewhere, where the reason why when it comes to men's health these numbers are so high is because men just have this natural thought process of, I'm okay. Right. And if something does happen, I can shake it off, put a Band-Aid on it, get some Robitussin, stuff like that, and they'll be okay.
Yeah.
But yet all they're doing is building that up, and the blockage, all that stuff, and making things worse.
Right. What we worry about as urologists and doctors in general is we want to be able to diagnose the cancer early. And that's kind of one of the things that is happening now, that the PSA was not the greatest test, and so men kind of said, well, you know, maybe I shouldn't get it any longer. And so what we're actually finding now, there's new studies that show that prostate cancer is presenting at a much more aggressive form, and it's presenting later. And so, you know, once it's metastatic or once it's spread to the other parts of the body, it changes what we're able to do as far as cure rates.
Absolutely. Now, for men out there that are telling you constantly, I'm okay, I'm all right, what do you have a message for those men out there that are watching this program?
Know your PSA, go get checked. Go to the doctor and do what you're supposed to do. Again, this is prostate cancer awareness. Here coming up shortly we'll have, in November we'll have men's health awareness. And so men really have to take back in charge. We know that women are the main decision makers when it comes to overall health in the family. And so we want to get men back engaged into their own health.
I was reading somewhere where in a relationship the man controls the head, the woman controls the neck.
That's right.
It's important. I mean, it is important for men to really get that checked out, because it's something that I get on my dad. My dad is now 60 or 50, and I get on him all the time because that's when it's really prone around those age groups. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So beginning at the age of 60, or you know, really from the ages of 45 to 65 is really when we want to target our men.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to continue to talk about that in just a commercial right now after this break. But before we get to that, we're going to try to answer your phone calls. But if not, we're going to continue to talk about prostate cancer. So we'll be right back in just a little bit.
Be sure to watch The Voice of Alabama Politics. At the V, we'll make you laugh. We might even make you cry, but we'll always make you think. Sunday at 11 a.m.
Imagine your life as a dental assistant, working alongside a dentist as part of the dental team, helping people feel better about their smile. Dental practices are growing. At Fortis, you can learn patient care, office, and lab duties. For hands-on training to prepare you for success, call Fortis now at 1-800-555-7600 or visit fortis.edu.
It's time to love what you drive. Shop online at jackingram.com.
Can't work due to accident or illness? Call me, Kay Dansby, at the Dansby Law Firm.
At the Dansby Law Firm, our attorneys fight to get you the Social Security disability you deserve. Call today, 834-7001.
Are bills, threats of foreclosure, and repossession threatening your financial future? Call the Dansby Law Firm and talk to us about the Fresh Start bankruptcy offers.
The Dansby Law Firm, 834-7001. Experienced people helping people.
JJ's never had an A speak for him before.
JJ! Hello, sugar! I hit the Urban Dictionary and got up on all the lingo. I was thinking I'd call you J-Tizzy.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Speechless. Series premiere next Wednesday on ABC.
Some transitions happen gradually over time, but some can happen in an instant. In the unexpected, magical places that dot the sugar-white sands of Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, change comes easily and naturally. Because here, the journey to another state is one of moments, not of miles. Come be transformed.
Now, from your weather authority, Alabama News Network meteorologist Ryan Stennett.
6:48 this morning, lots of sunshine across the river region, the capital city. The sun is reflecting off the buildings downtown. Certainly grab the sunglasses this morning. Temperatures are into the 70s. Warm spot is Montgomery at 74. We're seeing lower 70s elsewhere. No rain outside. Hardly a cloud can be found in the sky, so we're going to be staying dry today. Rain chances only about 10%, so really not a lot of rain expected today. Percentages of the coverage area, and I really think it's going to be across our southeastern and eastern counties. So no need for the rain gear, but always have it close to hand. Just always be safe in summertime. 74 degrees. Last look at that bus stop forecast. Plenty of sunshine this afternoon. An isolated storm certainly a possibility, but most of us staying dry and hot with highs into the 90s. Daryl?
Ryan, thank you so much. And we're back with Dr. Brian Richardson. We'll take your calls now. The number is 1-800-504-4084 or 420-TALK. The lines are open. Well, thank you again for being here with us to continue these conversations about prostate cancer and things like that. So are there any other measures when it comes to, men say, hey, I'm afraid to go in there and get checked and everything. Are there any measures that make things easier for men to get their prostates examined and prostates checked?
Well, I wish there were, but I don't really think so. I think it's just a commitment to your health. And so, a man is, the father that has brothers and et cetera. And what you have to do in that situation is think, well, how am I going to make my life longer? And if you answer that question, it is, you got to go get checked. You got to live a healthy lifestyle, but you got to go to your doctor's office and get these routine and recommended exams.
How many lives have been saved during these prostate exams? Like when these men come in and they want to get their prostates checked, and it's like, if you didn't come, a week later or whatever, something you would have had some serious complications.
Well, I think that, we do find a lot of incidental things. So you come in for one reason and you end up finding something else. Sometimes I have people who come in with kidney stones and we'll find a kidney cancer. We'll find something else along that lines. But, if you look at prostate cancer specifically, back when we started doing PSA screenings, if you can look at the mortality before and after, and there was a significant drop in the amount of mortality or the amount of men dying of prostate cancer once we became engaged in checking for it.
Absolutely, and that's something that I think people really need to understand. And I can't tell you enough how, like we talked about last segment, how men just they refuse to even take any part in it. But you were talking about before we went to commercial break, you talked a little bit about the age and about men after 50 and 60. Kind of talk a little bit more. I know I cut you off a little bit on that. Kind of talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we generally recommend that we want a man to come in his 40s and at least have one PSA screening. Okay, so if you have one PSA screening, we can actually judge your real risk of developing prostate cancer. But then after that, based off of your risk factors, being African American, having a first-degree relative, that's a really strong predictor of your chances of getting prostate cancer. So thereafter, we generally like to start around the age of 50 and get a rectal exam and a PSA. And there are some age-specific guidelines. And then again, there's the more personalized touch that we're able to offer now. So you come in and you say, well, I don't really want that PSA test. Well, we have other tests now that can actually give us a better idea, eliminate risk of having unnecessary procedures.
Absolutely. And now we have a caller. So we have caller on line 1. So caller, go ahead with your question.
Yes. If you've already been diagnosed with cancer, how would you know what stage and how aggressive it is?
Okay, thank you for the call.
Absolutely.
Specifically, if you're looking at prostate cancer, we do a couple different tests. So we do either a CT scan or an MRI of the abdomen and the pelvis, and we look at the lymph nodes, we look at the tissue around the prostate, and then we also do a bone scan. So we essentially look at all the bones in the entire body, and we look for areas that would be concerning for metastatic spread. So based off of if there's enlarged lymph nodes or if there's any evidence that it's spread outside of the prostate, that would increase the stage. So we usually stage from stage 1 up to stage 4. Stage 4 typically means that it's already spread. Stage 1 means that it's really just locally confined, and then there's a little bit of difference in between.
But at the end of the day, it's important to get your checkups.
That's right.
It's a lot easier said than done, but get your checkups, because some people are very, I don't want to know. Get those checkups because you want to catch everything early.
That's
you want to get, God forbid, get a stage 4. You want to make sure you get it early as possible.
Yes.
Dr. Richardson, thank you so much for joining us. As always, really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you, and we'll be right back.